Missouri could soon increase its gasoline tax for the first time in decades, meaning more money for road and bridge repair, but problems for the Area Agency on Aging. Missouri is set to end its participation in a federal program that provides extra money to unemployed Americans. That has a local job center preparing for a surge in job seekers and feeling
a little nervous,
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Missouri drivers could soon see the state's first gasoline tax increase in decades. This is KOAM News at 10. The money would fund road and bridge repairs. A 2019 study published by insurance company Lending Tree found Missouri's road infrastructure was among the 10 worst in the nation. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky spoke with local drivers and an organization that could be negatively affected by the increase.
Missouri's gas prices are among the nation's cheapest. But under a bill passed by the state's legislature, prices could increase for the first time in decades. If signed by Governor Mike Parson, the proposal would raise the state's 17-cent gas tax by 2.5 cents per year, until it hits 29.5 cents per gallon in 2025. The money from this increased gas tax would go towards state road and bridge repairs. Some Missouri residents aren't happy with the idea.
I don't like it, just because it makes me have to pay more money, just so that way they can fix the roads, which what they should be doing anyway.
The tax increase could impact nonprofits that rely on driving to complete their services. For the Area Agency on Aging in Joplin, it could affect their Meals on Wheels program.
As a nonprofit, of course it would affect us. We drive thousands of miles every year in company trucks delivering Meals on Wheels.
The bill includes an option for a yearly rebate of tax money spent on fuel. But keeping that money locked up for up to a year can create budgeting challenges.
From a budget standpoint, of course, we would have to make adjustments to incur that increase on a month-to-month basis until we got reimbursed through the refund option. And for us, that is doable, although tying up funds, which could be better spent providing meals and other services, is always tough.
And by relying on volunteers, the increased prices could lead them to face a volunteer shortage.
My concern is that as we move forward, I know at the start it's only 2.5 cents, but our organization relies heavily on volunteer drivers. And we do not have the means to compensate our volunteers for the miles they drive delivering meals.
In Joplin, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
If Governor Parson signs the bill into law, it'll go into effect in October. Brings us to today's KOAM News Now Insta Poll question. We're asking, do you support the higher Missouri gasoline tax to pay for road and bridge improvements? You can vote at KOAMnewsnow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live, and we're going to check in on them later in this newscast. On this map of the U.S., the blue states represent those that have passed prescription drug monitoring program laws. Missouri, the only state in white, has not, but that could change soon. The Missouri House yesterday voted to send Governor Parson legislation that would create such a program. Parson has said he supports prescription monitoring programs. The proposal has for years failed to pass the legislature over some Republicans' concerns about patient privacy. Doctors use such databases to see if their patients have been getting addictive opioid prescriptions from other physicians. Missouri lawmakers have passed legislation seeking to limit local public health orders that have imposed restrictions during the pandemic. The bill, given final approval today, would limit orders restricting businesses, churches, schools, or gatherings to 30 days unless extended by the local governing body. The bill was prompted by outrage over long-lasting restrictions in St. Louis County and some other places. St. Louis County relaxed some restrictions but still requires social distancing and face masks inside businesses. Lawmakers also are nearing final approval on legislation that would let businesses affected by restrictions seek property tax breaks. The Missouri Senate has voted to limit when police can use chokeholds. The bill's bipartisan passage in the GOP-led Senate represents a rare step by state lawmakers to take action in response to police violence. Suburban St. Louis Senator Brian Williams this year proposed banning police chokeholds following George Floyd's death. The bill was pared back to allow police to use chokeholds only in self-defense if they or someone else are in serious danger. Governor Parson is threatening to veto the reform bill because of a provision that would give the legislature and the power to issue subpoenas requiring people to testify before committees. The governor says the provision gives lawmakers too much power. In the past, House members accused the Parson administration of not complying with their requests for information, prompting them to seek more power to punish people who do not cooperate with their investigations. Some people expect to see a surge in job seekers after pandemic unemployment benefits in Missouri end. Yesterday, the governor announced Missouri will end pandemic-related unemployment benefits. The goal is to get more people into the workforce. And officials with the Job Center in Joplin expect that to happen. So the office is going to open without appointments for the first time in 14 months.
I just wanted us to be able to serve those individuals as well as we can and as efficiently as we can. And so that's why I'm encouraging people to, call and set up an appointment. Let us know what you need.
The Job Center has several programs for certifications coming up. We're going to have more information on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Doug, Hetty, it was good to see the sunshine today.
It was. We still had the clouds during the morning hours, but the afternoon, pretty much sunny skies, and that helped our temperatures bounce above that 60-degree mark. We've been into the 50s over the past couple days. Still well shy of our average high of 76 degrees, but we are going to sneak closer to that as we go through the next few days. Looks pretty good outside. We have pretty much clear skies, and that's what we should see as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. It is also kind of chilly, anywhere from about 50 to lower 50s. I think we're actually going to drop back into the upper 40s a little bit later on tonight. So we'll drop back to about 43, 57 by 10, 62 by noon, a little bit warmer. High temp is 67. We're going to have partly sunny skies. Now, we are going to start to see chances for showers and thunderstorms increasing by Friday. Also, severe threat returns. We're going to look at that here in a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Doug. An independent production will hit the stage at Pittsburgh State's Bicknell Center for the first time in more than a year. Midwest Regional Ballet will perform Oz starting tomorrow. Organizers say the show features funky punk rock style with pop covers of the classic movie's music.
It's honestly pretty interesting because it kind of just goes into like Zen mode almost. You really just are in that character and then you come off stage and you're like, I'm me again.
Again, the shows will be at PSU's Bicknell Family Center for the Arts. Tomorrow's show begins at 7:30 p.m. Fridays is also at 7:30 and Saturdays is at 2:30. Still ahead, a CDC advisory committee votes on whether to side with the FDA in approving the Pfizer vaccine for younger kids. And
I've never seen anything like this, have you?
It's like the toilet paper fiasco all over again.
anxious drivers fueled by concern over the hacking of a supply line are stocking up on gasoline. A CDC advisory committee this afternoon voted in favor of using Pfizer's vaccine for children as young as 12. On Monday, the FDA authorized the expanded use of the Pfizer vaccine, which clinical trials found to be 100% effective in that age group. Pfizer officials say side effects were generally consistent with those seen in adults. We know when it comes to vaccines and whether to get them, you have questions. Well, tomorrow we're going to be giving you a chance to get those questions answered. Tomorrow is Vaccine Day on KOAM and Fox 14. Experts from Mercy Hospital Joplin will be taking your calls and answering your questions regarding the COVID-19 vaccine. You can also submit questions on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Be sure to join us for each newscast, starting with the KOAM Morning News for our Vaccine Day special tomorrow. A supply line that carries nearly half of the East Coast fuel is up and running again. The Colonial Pipeline shut down last week when hackers targeted its computer systems. Femi Redwood has the latest.
Anxious drivers in the Southeast continue to pack gas stations.
I've never seen anything like this, have you?
It's like the toilet paper fiasco all over again.
Fuel began to flow through the Colonial Pipeline on Wednesday, but it will take a while to make up for nearly a week's worth of missed deliveries.
All the stations that both their bags on them said they full out of fuel.
In Virginia, where a number of stations have run dry, cars began lining up before sunrise, leaving motorists to take what they could get.
All the QTs are like packed, and even the BP right down the street, it's like all the way around the corner.
Michael Tran is a global energy strategist and says at this point, every day really counts.
You're still going to be seeing widespread shortages for a period of time after that as the pipeline loads up.
So far, Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia have declared states of emergency.
The folks should follow the advice of the governors and the attorney generals, which they're asking folks not to panic, not to hoard gasoline.
According to AAA, panic buying and shortages at stations have sent the average price for a gallon of regular to about $3 for the first time in nearly 7 years. Amy Redwood, CBS News, New York.
The Department of Energy is pleading with Americans to remain calm and not to panic buy gasoline. Authorities say the shortage in fuel is because drivers are buying it all up, not because of the pipeline. Later in sports, the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons wrap up the regular season with an interstate matchup against Nevada. We'll have the highlights.
Plus, we're going to start to warm back up over the next few days, but also some thunderstorms. We'll look at that coming up. Well, we had cloudy skies during the morning hours, but then sunshine popped out during the afternoon, and it actually turned out to be a pretty good day across the region. But if we look at May as a whole, we've had 2 good weekends, but everything else we've been below normal. We've been only into the 60s. Yeah, the past 2 days, only into the 50s, and then lower 60s for us today. But we are going to start to creep back up, at least closer to where we should be as we go through the next few days. So that is good news. All right, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. This is our time lapse for you throughout the daytime hours. You can see the clouds. We break out, we see sunshine during the afternoon, nice shot of the sun setting, and pretty much clear skies for us right now. I'd say a little bit of a downer. Allergies, if you are an allergy sufferer on a scale of 1 to 10, today is a 7, tomorrow is going to be an 8 out of 10. All right, temps right now, most of us are sitting upper 40s to lower 50s. So it really is, it's kind of chilly out there, and I think most of us are going to drop back into the lower 40s later on tonight. But we are going to start to warm those temps up at least a bit over the next couple days. Pretty much clear skies, not a lot going on across the Central Plains. Let's jump out to the left coast. You can see not a lot of action, but in the upper levels of the atmosphere, so upstairs, 15, 17,000 feet, we're starting to get some waves along the west coast. And we're going to get these waves that just kind of shoot out every single day, really starting Friday for an entire week. That's going to give us chances for showers and thunderstorms increasing. Let's get through tonight, tomorrow first. Tonight's going to be okay. It's just going to be chilly. Lower 40s for overnight lows. So if you are getting up early, cold start, 43, easterly winds switching out of the southeast as we go through the day. 62 by noon. Then a high temp right around 67 degrees during the afternoon. So actually turning out to be a pretty good day, but still well shy, still almost 10 degrees below where we should be for this time of the year. Everybody upper 60s to near 70. But tomorrow night, thunderstorms develop across Nebraska and dive in early Friday morning. They're really going to start to fall apart, but I do think we'll get some scattered thunderstorms in here on Friday morning. I do not expect those to be severe. These work off toward the east. Another batch drives in Friday night into Saturday morning. These could be a little stronger. I don't anticipate those will be severe. Let's go to Saturday afternoon. Scattered thunderstorms pop up. So we're looking middle of the afternoon. Those have a chance to be at least low-grade severe. So we were talking about gusty winds and maybe a little bit of large hail. Showers, thunderstorms continue with a severe threat Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then a little higher severe threat as we head into Sunday afternoon. And then this continues Monday. This continues on Tuesday. I think Tuesday a pretty good severe threat. It may drop a little bit late next week, Thursday and Friday, but I really think we have a severe threat starting Saturday in general for really overall about 2 weeks.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
it's pretty crazy. So it's going to just keep your head on a swivel over the next few weeks.
We're going to be counting on you to
All right.
alert us. I know that May can be a volatile month
Yep,
weather-wise around
absolutely.
here. Thanks, Doug. Coming up in sports, Pittsburgh Purple Dragons wrap up the regular season against Nevada. Plus, Crowder takes aim at its 6th Region 16 championship since 2005. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
Hurry.
The Pittsburgh Purple Dragons have won 5 of their last 6 games to get to 13-6 overall this season. Now, today, Pittsburgh finishes up the regular season with an interstate matchup against Nevada. Now, the Tigers, 18-5 overall. Cooper Hayden, good night on the mound, strikeout there. At that point, Pittsburgh out to a 4-1 lead. A first and third here for Jackson Turnbull. Smokes it all the way to the wall in left center. That scores another. It's now 5-1. Tigers, though, not going down quietly in the 7th. Lane Wilson drives it through the left side, scores Cade Beshore, and Nevada gets 2 in the 7th. But Cooper Hayden gets the strikeout to end it. Complete game for Hayden with 5 strikeouts. Pittsburgh wins 5-3 to go 3-0 this season against Missouri opponents.
Obviously, you want to go compete against those guys. They're all really good baseball teams that you know are going to be well coached, and their guys play a lot of baseball. And you know, for whatever reason, it does seem to amp things up a little bit more. I suppose just because it's you know, it's kind of an area thing. But we like to go over and play the Missouri teams because we know that they're going to be good baseball clubs that are coached well. We're going to have to come out and compete and play well to get a win.
We have a pair of local student athletes signing today to continue their careers in college. First up, at Joplin High School, Micah Bruggeman signs to keep running track and cross country at the next level. Bruggeman actually going Division I, signing today to run at Mizzou. He's not bad. And by not bad, I mean he has the best mile time in school history at 4 minutes 18 seconds. So, Mizzou's getting a good one.
I watched guys above me go to places they always wanted to go, and now it's my turn, and I got teammates that are in my position where I was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, getting to look up to me how I looked up to guys above me. The SEC is really talented, especially this year. It's been loaded, so get to go compete and train with some of the best guys.
To Southeast Kansas now, Frontenac's Raven Warren signs today to continue her softball career in college. She's staying in Southeast Kansas, signing today to play for Allen Community College, where she will play on the infield for the Red Devils.
It means so much to me. I've been dreaming of this since I was 10, and I've worked really hard, and I've tried to play as much ball as I can just to get here. I liked the coaches, and they had some really good philosophies that really stuck out to me, and I thought that it would be a really good fit for me.
This week is a big week for the 6th-ranked Crowder College Rough Riders. Crowder hits the field tomorrow in Joplin, aiming for another Region 16 championship under head coach Travis Lallemand. Sports reporter Danny Terzer has the story.
Crowder's baseball program has experienced a winning history under the leadership of head coach Travis Lallemand.
Their job is to uphold the standards of the program, and the standard is to be at a high competitive rate in May, and I think that's more of a environment around our program as much as anything.
This team has an opportunity to uphold that standard this weekend as they compete for their 6th regional title since 2005.
It's pretty cool to just wear the name Rough Rider across your chest because, I mean, that's something of itself, to come out here and be able to represent the wonderful program that's been set before us and then to keep representing this wonderful program.
Crowder has been working towards postseason success since day one.
We're not preparing for the tournament today. We've started preparing way back in August.
The Rough Riders are keeping their postseason preparation simple.
We don't try to change our mindset, change anything from postseason to regular season. We just continue to show up and play the game that we've been playing.
In my opinion, there's not a whole lot of decisions to be made in the postseason. You just simply look back at your 52-game schedule and see what worked and kind of repeat those things.
They've built a 46-6 record over 52 games.
We've got some fear bats in the lineup, as we call them. Guys that can put up some damaged swings, you know, and you know, it results in some big innings for us at times.
Clutch hitting is another key.
Winning twos is a big thing, and winning championships. If you can win with 2 outs, you can win with 2 strikes, it increases your chances a lot.
The strategy for game 53 won't be much different.
We have a saying around here, and it's just be who we are, and that's all we can ask for out of our players. And if we can do that, it increases our chances for success.
In Joplin, Danny Terzer, KOAM Sports.
The Crowder's regional tournament opener against Metropolitan will be tomorrow afternoon at 4 at Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin. That's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Sergeant Calvin Hibbs served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War. His hometown, Ellsmore, Kansas, and we are proud to salute Sergeant Calvin Hibbs. He's tonight's four-state hero. Let's check in now with the KOAM News Now Insta poll. We've been asking, do you support the higher Missouri gasoline tax to pay for road and bridge improvements? 28% say yes, 72% say no. This poll is now closed. Thank you for participating. Checking back in with Doug Hetty. We have some chances for rain in the coming days anyway.
We do. Plenty of chances. Tonight's going to be okay. It's going to be clear and pretty much cold as we drop back into the lower 40s. 67 tomorrow, 72 Friday, a few scattered thunderstorms. And then chances for thunderstorms through the weekend and all next week. We are going to have a severe threat returning by the time we head into Saturday. But until then, we don't have to worry about any severe weather, which is good news.
Thanks, Doug, and thank you for joining us. We're going to leave you tonight with one last look at the rehearsal of Midwest Regional Ballet's Oz. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.